Right, hello everybody and welcome back for one last dance in 2020. We are about to get underway for the final five club racing race of 2020, and we will have a champion. Ben Hansen, your current championship leader, in fact he won race one as well, didn't he, to really extend his lead. We're just going to move around. It's these guys again. So down we go, down the steps again. Now we're going to head back up to the assembly area to chat to some of the guys because and girls, of course, because it is the title decider, isn't it? Like I said, what a way to round out the season we're having. I might put the brolly up actually if it literally wasn't raining 2 minutes ago, was it? And then as soon as we step outside, it's typical, isn't it, Leon? As soon as we step outside, it just rains again. So all it's done today, and of course it's very, very windy as well, but we're going to go grab a quick word with some of the drivers as well. So Ben Hansen, your race one winner, championship leader. He entered that race with a 1 point lead at the top of the standings and took it home as well, didn't he? Didn't he do well? Steve Foden, unfortunately, finishing in 4th place. That hampered his chances. There you go. So just bear with us as we walk around here because it is pretty... Hello, mate, you right? It is pretty treacherous once again up here. I have to say, some nice looking cars we've seen in Club Enjoy. I just hope this is a brief shower actually, because typical, it hasn't rained, has it, for the last half hour until literally we have just walked out back outside again. So typical. The low-cost cars are currently out on track, although there was an accident at Redgate. Everybody's okay, I'm pleased to say, but it has brought the red flag out, so we've got a little delay. That's what we need, Leon. One of those. We need a golf buggy. Any golf buggy companies watching who want to sponsor us, we would really like that. Right, so we're going to head out to the assembly. I've seen some of the drivers are up there already, so we're going to catch a word with them before they head out onto the track for the last time this season. And what a season it's been. It started at Snetterton, went to Silverstone, went to Castlecombe, Mallory Park, and of course here we are for the season finale at Donington. 5 rounds in total, the 10th and final race of the season. At least we've had something in what has been a difficult year for everyone. I've got this, does anybody else have this superstition where you can't walk over 3 drains? I don't know if it's just me. There we go, so I can see the championship leader, Ben Hansen. We'll go up there and grab a quick word with him and see how he's feeling. A lot of the cars, obviously got a lot of people around him. Steve Foden, car 77, needs to do something. What is Ben going to do from there on the grid? Is he just going to take it easy? Is he going to go for it? Let's find out. Let's go speak to the possible 5 club racing champion and find out, shall we? It's getting very, very breezy and very windy up here. Hello, Ben. Hello again. You all right, Ben? Congratulations, by the way. I didn't speak to you after race 1. Well done. Just kept it out of the trouble.
Yeah, well, I think we've been chasing for a BS Motorsport 123 all season. It was great to get that done, and obviously puts me in the best position going into the last race. But this is massive racing, anything can happen. So get my head down, see how we go.
What's the worst position you need to finish to wrap up the title?
Depends where Steve finishes, really. I've got to be within a couple of cars of him, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, as you said, anything can happen. Just going to take it easy. Just make sure you won't be playing any bumper cars of anyone.
No, I think.
I mean, you're quite handy. You've got your teammates around you,
yeah,
actually, haven't you?
We've got 4 or 5 BS Motorsport cars in the top. So I've definitely got some friends around me. But Tom's still well within it, so I'm sure we'll all be doing plenty of maths in our head for the next 15 minutes.
Best of luck, enjoy it. Cheers, Ben Hansen. Let's go chat to Ben short, shall we, as well, because Ben, we saw in race 1 actually giving almost a bit of a bump draft, wasn't he? Let me just grab a word with Ben. He's just having a quick chat over here at the minute. We will jump in very, very shortly. Hello, sorry. Ben, race 1 was entertaining for me anyway. How was it for you?
Yeah, it's a nice sort of steady race. It was what we were looking for. We were really happy. It's first BS Motorsport 1, 2, 3 filled the podium. All the cars came back in relatively straight conditions, so and only helped with our championship hopes as a team, really.
What were you doing with Tom? Because it looked like you had the pace to get past. Were you holding back on purpose, or?
Not really. I mean, it's one of those things, isn't it? Catching's one thing, getting past is another.
Yeah.
And I suppose it plays on your mind a little bit, because I don't want to do something stupid and have a bit of a lunge and jeopardise a championship at this close to the end, especially when, I mean, let's be honest, we all didn't think we were going to get one anyway.
No.
What with the COVID situation. So, you know, it's been a busy day for us. We've got 7 cars in this championship, and we've just jumped out of 2 hours in the
Yes.
in the endurance. So yeah, I don't know. I'm playing the team manager thing today, and just enjoying driving the car before we have to put it away for 6 months.
Of course. Well, look, first of all, I hope you made it to the toilet, by the way, Ben, in between races.
I did, yeah, just about.
Best of luck, enjoy it, won't you?
Thank you
Take
very
care.
much.
There we go. Ben Short, obviously BS Motorsport team. 230 here, car number 230 on pole position. This is Thomas Holland. Let's grab a quick word with Thomas. Hello, Thomas.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Bit cold, but we're in December, so what do you expect?
It's cold, but you've got a bit of a clear track in front of you. That's always going to help, isn't
Yeah.
it, in race 2?
Yeah, definitely going to be an interesting one. Never started on pole in this series before, so going to be a bit of fun. I hope I don't get taken out in the early stages of the race too.
Well, look, I was watching race 1. You had a fair bit of pace to you. I tell you, I think you know, you could be on for this one.
Yeah, well, it should be interesting. I think at best, I'm hoping to aim for a podium. But I know the pace of the cars behind me is quite a bit faster than me, especially when they get clean air.
Well,
so it really depends how the race unfolds.
They've got titles on the line. I think Steve might be a bit punchy, but everybody else might be a bit more cautious, I think.
Yeah, they're probably going to be quite eager to get past me as soon as possible. I'm not going to make it easy, but we're here to have fun, so let's have fun racing.
Top man, best of luck, Thomas.
Cheers,
and well done, pole position for Thomas Holland, their first time starting on the front row of the grid. As I said before, the low-costs have got back out on track. There was a red flag, so we've actually got a little bit of extra time, haven't we? Let's go chat to Marcus over here, shall we? Hello. Marcus, how are we doing? It's always nice to have a bit of clear air in front, isn't it?
It's just how long it's going to last, isn't it? That's the question.
How about 15 minutes?
Yeah, that's not the game. The game is to win the Masters, let these boys come through, find a hole in behind them, and drive the race home. That's the plan.
Good man. Get it home nice and safe for Christmas, right?
Happy days.
Fantastic. Best of luck. Enjoy.
Cheers, boy.
Thank you. Right, Marcus Bailey there. Right, let's just move down a little bit further down the order, shall we? I actually need to get some pictures as well. We always produce a little report after. I got some pictures, but I didn't have a great deal. So, what's going to happen with the championship? Is Ben Hansen going to make it back-to-back titles in 5 club racing, or is he going to be caught a little bit more? Let's just move down a little bit further down the order, shall we? Because we've got a number of great drivers here, haven't we? Look, we spoke to the Red Line Racing guys a little bit earlier. We've got Mr. King there holding he held a little brolly. Look, let's have a quick word, shall we? Could there be a bit of an upset here today? What do we think? I'm going to join these guys underneath the brolly. Thank you. Hey guys.
How's mine?
I'm very well. Look, I mean, what are we expecting for race 2? You could move forward quite a bit nicely.
I hope so. I dropped back a bit in the first race with that turn 1 accident. But managed to bring my way through up again. Obviously, some of the better guys are in front, but just try to keep up with them and then pick my way through any mistakes.
So anything can happen, can't it? Right, on its way. Best of luck. Thank you. Let's keep moving down. There's Dan Blake. Look, see if he's seen us. Hello, Dan. Let's keep moving on, shall we? Chat to see some of the guys we haven't seen yet. Stephen Rees here as well. We've got Edward back over there. Of course, we spoke to Edward quite a bit earlier, didn't we? He had a nice little run, didn't we? And look at there's an empty car here. Maybe I could hop in. There's an empty car here. Do you think I should see how far I get before I get punched in the face? James, how are we doing? You all right? Are I was about to nick your car, actually. It's probably warmer in there than still out here, isn't it?
No, it's pretty cold in there. Pretty cold.
What's the plan for race 2? Is there a tactic, or is it just go
make
for
it round the first corner.
It would help this time, wouldn't it? It would.
Not go in the gravel trap, probably.
Yeah. Look, is the car okay?
Yeah, car's alright.
Yeah, just a bit of digging out and.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there was a crash in front of us, so I dabbed a bit of brake and it brought the back end round, and then Alex caught me, spun me around a bit more, and then I ended up in the gravel. But I finished where I started, so it's not too bad.
That's all right. Look, go enjoy it, have a bit of fun.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's the last race of the season, might as well.
Definitely. Guys, best of luck. Thank you very much. Right, we are going to head back over to our position ready for the race. The low costs are back out on track. They don't have that much longer to go. Remember, 750 Motor Club are motoring through the timetable today. We are about half an hour ahead. Even with that red flag, we are still massively running ahead. So we're going to get back to our position ready for the race. Remember, the title is on the line. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Ben Hansen? Is it going to be Tom Smith? Is it going to be Steve Foden? It is going to be one of those three. I think we can pretty much safely say that. I'll take that from you, Leon. Thank you. But who's it going to be? Look, there's Ben. In fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do whilst you're walking around, just get a look at some of these cars. I'm just going to get some pictures of the cars from the back, because it is title time, isn't it? What a way to finish the season. Again, if you're watching this, please do like, comment and share. Tell us, where are you watching from right now? I can tell you, here at Donington Park, it is freezing. It is absolutely ice cold. It could even snow. I think it's that cold. So you look in the distance, you might be able to see this. It's the low cost just coming down the back straight here at Donington Park. They'll be finishing up very soon, and then it's straight out for 5 Club MX5. Now, of course, the race wasn't due to get underway until 3 o'clock. That was on the official timetable, but due to light, 750 want to get this campaign wrapped up as soon as possible. So as soon as the low costs come off the track, the MX5s will head back out onto the track for the final time. A 15-minute race coming up, sprint race. If Ben Hansen finishes pretty much in the top 3, he wraps up the title for the second time. 2019 champion, going for it again, looking to make it a double bubble. He won race 1. What can he do in race 2? So just bear with us as we move into position. It's almost time to get this underway. The Low Cost Championship will be finishing their season over the next couple of minutes as well. Oh yeah, I'm everywhere. How are you? All right.
Thank you.
Where's Matt?
They're just going through their footage showing that they didn't speed in the pit lane. we got a 44-second penalty for 22 over the top.
Really?
But we didn't go quicker.
This is a fine-looking machine, actually. Let's just have a quick look at this. Obviously, we know Matt very well from a number of series. And yeah, well, I'd grab a word of him if he was here. But
I built this in 2011.
Wow.
And then Nick and I did the Classic Sports Car Championship with it in 11, and then 12, and then the VLN races in Germany.
Oh, nice.
That's what we built it for. That's why it was a 3-litre. It used to have all the homologated parts.
It's got some grunt then, huh?
No, standard.
Is it? Oh, really?
It's a standard engine for Robbie Walsh.
Blimey.
Absolutely stocker. The original engine threw a rod after 7 years. Oh. So this is a stocker. So that's why it's not very fast in class.
Yeah.
But it is competitive because it's got a lot of grip.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you look at the tyres, the dry tyres, they're 255s.
Yeah.
Very wide.
Eat me dinner off them.
Yes, exactly.
Lovely. Look, nice to see you. Take care. Right, let's move on. This is what I love about motorsport, club motorsport. You just bump into so many people, don't you? You're just walking along, and you get to know a lot of people, and everybody treats you like family. and everybody wants to stop and talk to you, and it's just lovely, isn't it? You get all the stories, the behind the scenes stuff you just don't normally get to see. Right, we are going to move back up to the top. The low costs are just about to finish up, so we can may as well watch the end of that, actually. Catch the end of that action as the checkered flag falls. Sorry chaps, I couldn't be a pain. We couldn't just borrow a little bit of space. Is that all right?
Oh, of course.
Thank you so much, just for the camera.
Good space.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I'm very jealous of your Burger King. I hope it was a double. I hope it was the double bacon XL. Good man. Oh, well, what's the point of having Burger King if you don't have that? Right, we're just going to watch the end of the locals. Like I said, there was a red flag, so that's why it's just going on a little bit further. But it's almost time for this to end. So we've got just over a minute. No, you're okay. Keep chatting away, boys. Yeah, don't you worry. You having a good day, guys? Anyway.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
We're looking at what we've raced.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Our racing a couple of series at the minute, and just started. These have been a possibility for us, like financially.
Yeah.
It's cheap, obviously, hence the name.
Yes.
But everyone keeps telling me they're a bit underwhelming, and after about 2 laps, they're all sitting on their own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We just came initially to watch the MR2s go round.
We're looking at
The MR2s are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The Mazdas as well, guys.
Yeah, I have one actually, but I have a Mark II before as a track car this year. So
Yeah.
we've got this business on the driver's side, so we sort of do.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And obviously Sam's been he's been racing before me, so we started up this new thing together. And yeah, we're here today to do a bit of research.
Ah, nice.
A bit of to see.
I'm trying to fast track Ant through so he can learn from my mistakes instead of make his own.
That's always the best way, isn't it?
Exactly.
But you picked a cold enough day for it, haven't you?
Didn't have a choice. Last day of the year, innit?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Get out was one way, shape, or form, you know.
Get your jacket on and take your gloves on.
Exactly, fellas. And enjoy it, guys, won't you? Right, so the low-cost checkered flag is about to fall. So whilst I do that, let me just get the TSL, actually. I'll get the timings up for you and get the qualifying order for race 2 for 5 Club Racing, the final race of the season. So a nice little chat with a lot of drivers up there, didn't we? I can tell you it will be Thomas Holland. We spoke to Thomas. He is on pole position, joined by Marcus Bailey on the front row of the grid. Steve Foden, still a championship contender despite finishing 4th in race 1. He starts 3rd. Ben Short is 4th. Then we have Tom Smith in 5th. Ben Hansen, current championship leader, will start in 6th. Stephen Craggs will start 7th. Callum Greatrex in 8th. Then Ian Tomlinson 9th. George King in 10th. That is your top 10. Then from 11 down we have Dan Blake, Clive Chisnell, Jason Greatrex, Stephen Rees, Edward Ratbrager, Ryan Lovelock, Jake Dormer, Tim Gray, Alex Rivette, Philip Duthwaite, Sam Moody, William Pickard, Alex Lewington, Dale Whiteman, Nicola Favett, Courtney Milnes, so it's all female, row 13, Matthew Short, Adrian Johnson and Chris Rees rounding out row 15. So 15 minutes, 15 rows, 15 minutes to get your 5 Club Racing champion for 2020. Is it going to be Ben Hansen? Is it going to be Tom Smith? Is it going to be Steve Foden? Please comment, like, share, comment, tell us who is going to be crowned the champion. It's the final time this year. It's been a difficult year, but as we said, we've had racing, and isn't that the best thing possible? So the checkered flag has just fallen for the low costs in front with the 750 Motor Club here, and then as soon as they come back down the pit lane and we get the all clear from the marshals, it will be time for the 5 Club Racing Race 2 here at Donington Park. If anybody is watching the low cost here and is particularly interested to know who's done what. I can give you, I can tell you, car number 87 Land was the winner. I don't know first names, unfortunately. We weren't doing low cost today, but I can tell you, car number 87 Land was the race winner. Shepherd has come home in second, Grice in third, Escort in fourth, Peak in fifth, Chapman in sixth, Higgins in seventh, Clark in eighth, and it looks like it's going to be Penston Smith in ninth, Sisson in 10th, Malpas in 11th, Rue in 12th, and it looks like Gadd, Tate and Court, that's D Court, had a few issues and couldn't quite get to the finish. So that's the low cost championship done for 2020. We're just going to wait for them to come out, back around, get the all clear, and then it's a 15 minutes of pure MX5 heaven. It's going to be a party atmosphere, isn't it, afterwards? Certainly for either Ben Hansen, Tom Smith, or Steve Foden, or I can tell you, having spoken to all three today, they're all fantastic sports. I know that whoever wins the championship, it will be it'll be elbow pumps all around, isn't it? We're not allowed to shake hands. But there's been so much respect among the drivers here today at Donington Park. It's been a pleasure to have been part of 5 Club. It's the second meeting with the series this year. We were at Snetterton a little bit earlier on in the year, and I could tell you it was a lot warmer back then. I'm pleased to say, actually, the weather's been pretty miserable today, but it's actually relatively dry at the minute. It's not actually raining for the first time in a while. It's just there's a bit of wind blowing around the place. So it's a calm before the storm. So just stay with us wherever you're watching this from. Do not go anywhere. And in come the low-cost cars, as you can see here. That's it, that's their season done. They'll be packing up and making their way off to the M1 or wherever they head off home. Clap from the marshals, although we should be clapping the marshals as well. Big thank you to the Orange Army. Spoke to a few of them today as well. It's what a season we've had, and we couldn't have done it without the Orange Army. In the hardest of conditions, they always step up. So thank you if you are a marshal or you're thinking of becoming a marshal. Thank you so much. So we're just waiting for the thumbs up, we're just waiting for the green flag. We're just waiting for the whistle to blow, and then it's time. There's a few nerves knocking around the 5 Club assembly area, I can tell you that. Ben Hansen being as cool as a cucumber, you've got to be feeling a little bit nervous, haven't you? You just want it. You want the championship. I don't care what anybody says. You've come this far. You want to take it home, don't you? We will be giving you full live commentary of the race, so don't go anywhere. Do stick around. If you're at home, if you're watching the F1, turn it off. Watch this instead. So the cars are still at the assembly area, I can tell you right now. In fact, they're moving out onto the track. So here we go. We're about to get the glimpse of the 5 Club racing cars for the final time in 2020. They're about to make their way onto the grid. It is the title decider. It's a shootout. It's a 3-way fight between Ben Hansen, Tom Smith and Steve Foden. One of those 3 men is going to be crowned champion. Who's it going to be? Oh, I am excited, I can tell you that. And who wouldn't be? Here they come, look, on to the grid. So they're going to get themselves lined up. So whilst we're here, let me just run you through this order for the final time. Actually, I didn't save the my download, did I? That was silly. So here we go. So it is Thomas Holland on pole position in 2:30. Marcus Bailey in second. Steve Foden in third. Ben Short in fourth. Tom Smith in fifth. Ben Hansen in sixth. Stephen Craggs in seventh. Callum Greatex in eighth. Ian Tomlinson in ninth. And George King. That is your top 10 here at Donington Park. We're just waiting for the final green lights, and it will be go, go, go. And there's the sign. 1 minute to go. Here we go. Who's it going to be? Number 1 is Ben Hansen. Number 77 is Ben Foden. Number 40, Steve Foden. And number 41 is Tom Smith. They are the main men in this title fight. It's going to go down to the wire. We've got the boards. They are being shown. 5-second border is about to go up. Here we go for the final time in 2020. Red lights are on. And off we go. And it's a good start, actually. I can tell you, 154. Look at that. Look at Steve Foden. He's absolutely flying. A bit of a poor start by Thomas Holland. Won't be too excited about that, but it looks like Steve Foden's going to head into Redgate. He's got the inside line on Marcus Bailey. And Steve Foden does exactly what he has to do if he's going to win this title and takes the lead. But look at that. Is everybody getting around? I'm just double checking. Looks like actually everybody has got round. We didn't see that in race 1, did we? We saw a few spinners. Everybody's made it round Redgate in race 2. Magnificent stuff. So they're heading down. Steve Foden, wow, he did exactly what he needed to do, didn't he? He got into the lead from third place on the grid. He pretty much has to win the race. Ben Hansen now has got some work to do. It's going to be a bit of a... We're going to have to work out the maths for this. We're going to have to do a bit of equations and a bit of working out because we're not too sure exactly who needs what. We will give you official confirmation and we will bring you the winner live after the race. As soon as we know, you will know as well. I can tell you that. So Steve Foden, what a great start. He's done exactly what he's needed to do. I'm looking over at the crane of curves around McLaren's at the far side there. And it looks like Foden still has the lead of the race. Magnificent stuff here at Donington Park. 15 minutes, of course, this race. It's the last race of the season for 5 Club Racing. That is it. Then the cars get parked for 6 months. Ready for next season. So here they come. I could see them. You might be able to see them in the distance as they're thundering round. They're bringing up the spray here. It's atmospheric at Donington Park. It's wet, it's cold, but you wouldn't want to do anything else, would you? Now here they come. There it's Foden. Look at that lead. He's got a massive lead as he comes over the start-finish line. And Ben Hansen in second place. Now I think that will do it. Ben Hansen currently in second place. Magnificent stuff. So the championship leader has got himself up to second from 6th on the grid. Wow, he's absolutely flying. If he holds that position, he will be champion. I can tell you that much. Everybody piling round Redgate there, so let's just have a little look, shall we? Wow, Ben Hansen has done exactly what he needs to do. You can't ask for any more than that. So it's Foden from Hansen, Tom Smith, the top 3 in the championship. They've been the class all season, haven't they? And they are currently the top 3 as well. So it's Foden from Hansen, from Smith, from Ben Short, from Callum Greatex, then Marcus Bailey dropped down to 6th, then Craggs in 7th, Holland in 8th, King, Tomlinson, Dormer, Jason Greatex, Dan Blake's in 13th, then Chisnell, Raprager, Milnes, that's Courtney Milnes, Alex Rivette in 17th, Lovelock, Rees, Johnson, Short, Pickard, Moody, Gray, Lewington, Duthwaite, Whiteman and Nicola Favet has dropped down to 28th. So here we go. We've got 12 minutes left of 5 Club Racing in 2020. Can Foden at least end it on a high? I'll tell you something, if Foden does win and something happens to Hansen, I make Foden potentially the winner. That'll promote Smith to second. Could that be enough? I'll tell you what, there's still a lot that can happen. In fact, there's an awful lot that can happen yet. This is far from a done deal, so do not go anywhere. Stick with us because this is going to the wire. So right, there's Foden, your race leader, comfortably race leader. There's Hansen. Now it's important to note actually that Hansen, Smith and Ben Short. They're all part of BS Motorsport. They are all in the same team. Foden, though, wow, he's proving just how good he is in these conditions, isn't he? He was a class act in qualifying. He stuck it on pole, but for a 2-place grid penalty from Mallory Park, he had to start a touch further back. That obviously impacted him in race 1, but in race 2, these conditions, he's really showing how good he is, and he's all over that MX-5. He's controlling it. He's manipulating it. He's at one with it. So there goes Nicola Favett there, car number 46. Nicola actually started today in contention for the title as well. There were 16 drivers who started today in a mathematical chance of the title. So I'll tell you, Holland has jumped back up to 7th place on their last lap. King is now up to 8th. Craigs has dropped down to 9th. Dormer's up to 10th. Tomlinson is in 11th. A few moves and shakers there further down the field. Dutterwaite's jumped up to 24th. Gray is up to 22nd. Moody's up to 21st. Johnson's up to 19th. M. Short is up to 17th. Alex Rivet's up to 16th. Courtney Mills has jumped up to 14th. Dormer's up to 10th. And as we mentioned there, Holland and King up to 7th and 8th respectively. So a few movements. And it sounds like there's a lot going on around at the other side of the circuit. There is your race leader, Steve Foden. He's doing all he can, can't he? He's doing absolutely all he can. And what's happened to Hansen? Hansen's dropped down to 3rd place. Oh my word. Tom Smith's got past him because Tom Smith's got designs on the title himself. Wow. So Tom Smith has jumped up to 2nd place. If he can get Steve Foden, he might even claim the title. We're not too sure. There's still so much that can happen mathematically. Tom Smith's got himself up to 2nd place. Ben Hansen's down in 3rd place. I still think that will be enough for Hansen if it finishes like that, but we'll have to wait and see. That's not official. I do think if Hansen finishes 3rd, he will wrap up the title, but we'll have to have that confirmed before I get too excited about things. But hey, a lot can happen. Steve Foden as well, fastest man out on the track. He's done a 141.052 in tricky conditions. You probably can't see on the camera, but the rain has been blown almost horizontally across the track. It's incredible. So a few changes there as well. Callum Greatorex, he's jumped up to 4th place. Ben Short's in 5th. BS Motorsport, for the first time this season, had that 1-2-3 in the championship. They're delighted with that, and congratulations to them. They're a big team here in 5 Club Racing. We are broadcasting to their page as well. So if you're watching from the BS Motorsport page, hello, welcome. I hope you're staying dry and warm. And who knows, we might get a chance to a little bit later too as well. So it's Foden from Smith, Hansen, Greatorex, that's Callum, and Ben Short, King, Holland, Bailey, Craggs, Dormer. That is your top 10. We have 8 minutes left to go. There is Steve Foden. He wants this win. He's still in with a hunt of the championship. There goes Tom Swift. There goes Ben Hansen. If it stays like that, I think it will be Hansen who will wrap up the title. That's not official, though. That is not official. And I'll tell you, Ben Short has done well. He's got back past Callum Greatorex. So it's Ben Short back up into 3rd place. So it's the current BS Motorsport 2, 3 and 4 with Foden out in the lead as it stands at the minute with just over 7.5 minutes of this race left to go. Not a lot of changes on that lap. The only change so far as the cars come over and start finish line. Actually, I can tell you, it looks like Edward Raprager is battling with Short there. That's Matthew Short, and in fact, Matthew Short got past Edward Raprager on that last lap. And Lovelock got past Rivet, Alex Rivet. And Chisnell's got past Gray and Pickard to jump up to 22nd. That is the movement on lap 4 as the leaders are currently circulating for their 5th lap. So what can Smith do? I mean, Smith will still fancy a title. If Smith does manage to close down Foden, I'll tell you something, that will scratch a few heads with the mathematicians at 5 Club Racing. I'm pleased to say somebody a lot smarter than me will be doing the calculations. So this sounds, there he is. There is Steve Foden coming over the line. He had a bit of bad luck in race 1, didn't he? He's actually qualified on pole but started in third due to a 2-place grid penalty acquired at Mallory Park, but he's going very well here. He'll want the race win. Smith in second, Hansen in third, but I'll tell you, Ben Hansen, championship leader, is going to look a bit closer to Tom Smith this time, but not enough to do anything about it. And as the rain comes teeming down, it must be freezing in those cars, mustn't it? It'd be battered. There's open top, of course. I mean, what a day to have. We had the low-cost championship as well, 2 open top championships driving around Donington in the absolute ice cold. So Jason Greatrex has got past Tomlinson in that to move up to 11th. Moody has got past Johnson to move up to 19th. That's the movement so far for that lap. So we've got 5.5 minutes left to go. It is settling into a little bit of a rhythm, it feels here, doesn't it? So it's Foden, Smith and Hansen, 3 in the championship as well. Now I still think if it stays like that, Ben Hansen will be the champion, but that again is not confirmed. We'll have to wait and see. Somebody will have to get the old calculator out. So there goes Foden, there's Smith, there is Hansen as well. So there's still a lot to go for. Look how close Hansen gets up to Smith though as they go around Redgate. Oh, Ben's got to be careful. Of course, he sticks it out. It could well hand the title to Foden or Smith. This is really, really tense stuff, isn't it? So again, wherever you're watching, please do like, comment and share. I've normally asked people to send in pictures of them wrapped up nice and warm watching the motorsport whilst we get a little bit nippy here. Well, 3 minutes left to go. Can you believe it? The season is drawing to a close. There goes your race leader, Steve Foden. What is going on between Smith and Hansen? That's what I want to know. There they are, and it's still Tom Smith. He's holding Ben Hansen off. In fact, he looks like actually he's gone a little bit quicker that lap, doesn't he? And I'll tell you, Ben Short's just there as well. He's just thinking, hang on, if you guys are going to have a bit of a ding-dong, I might just nip in and grab a little podium here. Remember, this is the battle, not just for the championship, for the podium in this race as well. Ben Short, part of the BS Motorsport team, might fancy himself with another little trophy to take home as well. Why not? It is settling down in the midfield here as well. There's not a great deal of action happening through the field. Although Jason Greatrex and Tomlinson have got past Craigs and Dormer respectively to move up to 9th and 10th. So a change in the top 10. There goes Courtney Mills, just come through in the 777 black and blue MX-5. Courtney got caught up in that spinning traffic earlier and did end up in the gravel at Redgate. Did manage to get back out, but rejoined a lap behind everyone. Should be looking to round out the season on the high. Johnson's moved up a place as well, up to 18th. Chisnell's moved up to 20th, and it looks like Rivette, Alex Rivette, there he goes, number 113. He's just lost a number of places on that lap. Did he have a bit of an off or something? Alex Rivette has lost a few places, and there's a bit of a tussle going on around at Redgate. It was between Gray and Reese, but they've managed to sort themselves out, and they're still going strong. So Foden, Smith, Hansen, What's it going to be? We've got 1.5 minutes left to go. There goes Steve Foden. I'm just keeping an eye out to see, looks like, is there a penalty or something? Or is that the board to say this is probably going to be the last lap of this race, the last lap of the championship for 5 Club Racing in 2020. It looks like Steve Foden is going to get the job done. I think 3rd place for Ben Hansen will be enough to wrap the title up, but that is not official, that is not confirmed. We will go down to BS Motorsport straight after this and find out. So Steve Foden has done everything that's been asked of him in race 2 today. Started, 3rd or 4th on the grid, got through, managed to make it into Redgate in the lead. And he's never looked back since, has he? And he might not wrap up the title today, but he is going to walk away with a race win to his name today. The checkered flag is down there with the marshal. It was the last lap board. There is the checkered flag. We're just waiting for that black and gold MX-5 Mark 1 of Steve Foden. Soon as he appears around the corner, the checkered flag will be waving. We will end the 5 Club Racing season in absolute style here at Donington Park. There he is. There is Steve Foden. He comes over the line. I don't think it's going to be enough for the championship, but he does win the race. Congratulations to Steve Foden. Car number 77. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Smith? Is it going to be Hansen? It's going to be Tom Smith. Tom Smith comes over the line in 2nd place. Ben Hansen comes home in 3rd, which I think is enough for the title, and he knows it as well. He absolutely knows it. His arms are aloft. Ben Hansen thinks he's done enough for the title. I think he's done enough for the title too. Ben Hansen, unofficially, it's not confirmed, but we're pretty confident Ben Hansen is your 5 Club Racing 2020 champion. So Foden, your race winner. Tom Smith in 2nd, Ben Hansen in 3rd, Ben Short in 4th, Callum Greyrex in 5th, then we've got King, who's come home in 6th. Holland in 7th, the man who started on pole position in race 2, comes home in 7th. Marcus Bailey in 8th, then we've got Tomlinson in 9th, Jason Greatrix in 10th. Looks like Jason Greatrix though has a penalty. Craig's in 11th, Dormer in 12th. Dan Blake comes home in 13th in that car, and I can tell you actually that car will be, engine at least, will be retiring very, very soon. Wow, magnificent stuff, isn't it? So Foden, Smith, Hansen, Ben Short, Callum Greatrex, King, Holland, Bailey, Tomlinson, Craigs. That's your top 10. We think that is job done for Ben Hansen. We're going to go down and find out. We're going to go see if we can have a quick word with him as soon as they come through. Steve Foden looks like he's going to have a quick chat with the on-course commentator first, but then we're going to go down and grab a word with your champion, or at least we think your champion, unconfirmed as of yet, but we are pretty confident Ben Hansen is your 2020 5 Club Racing champion. And there is Steve Foden. The race when he did everything he could, couldn't he? He came into today just 1 point behind Ben Hansen in the championship. Unfortunately, Hansen won race 1. Foden came home in 4th place, so it left him with a lot of work to do. He did everything he could. He wins race 2 here today, but with Hansen coming home in 3rd, all he had to do was match what Foden did in race 1, and he's actually bettered it as Hansen, so we're pretty confident that's the title. And he finished ahead of Tom Smith as well in race 1, although Tom Smith did finish ahead of him in race 2, so by my maths, Ben Hansen should be the champion. I think he thinks it too. The way he came over the line, fist pumping, would suggest he probably is the champion as well. In fact, he's down there too as well. There's Tom Smith, look, give him a good old thumbs up. I'll tell you something, let's see if we can get down there, shall we? If we can't get a word of him now, we will head straight up to the BS Motorsport garage and we'll grab a word of him there. It's blowing an absolute gale down here, so much so I can't even get my face mask on. I think we're going to need the brolly again, Leon. What a day. Why can't I? Oh, that's this side. Let's just dip through here. There we go, we'll nip through here. Is he coming round?
We're doing, I think we're doing champagne spraying somewhere if you want to catch that.
At your garage? BS? Right, we're going to do that. We just heard it here first. Breaking news. Champagne spraying at the BS Motorsport garage. So let's head over there because it's undercover as well. Yeah? Yeah. Let's just get, actually, well, she won't like this, but I'm going to do it anyway. We'll pretend we're not live. So, champion Ben Hansen, is he the champion? Confirmed?
We believe so, yes.
I think so.
We think so, especially his reaction going over the line.
He looked pretty confident. I was trying to work it out, but I can't see any reason why he wouldn't be. But, okay, great. Well, let's go grab the man himself.
Should hopefully be back shortly.
Well, we're going to get undercover and wait for him. So here we go, look, the BS Motorsport team, magnificent stuff. That's Rebecca, one of the coordinators here with 5 Club Racing, and we don't really see any reason why he wouldn't be the champion. We can't figure out any other reason. We're going to wait for the man himself. Here's Ben Short. There's Matt Short, who's having an entertaining race, wasn't he? He's going to park it here. This is Ben Hansen's bay over there. Here he comes. Well, Matt, it's all over. That's it for another season.
Well, yeah, we'll see what happens for the future. But, you know, it was an interesting day. Spending the first lap and a half of the first race in the gravel, waiting to be pulled out.
Yeah.
Having arrived there, really through no fault of my own, just for a change.
Yeah.
And sort of paddling around that race on my own, just wanted to finish. And this one sort of a little battle from the back. Yeah. A little recovery drive, which was reasonably entertaining.
Yes. Yeah, well, it's for us.
Without, well, you know, I mean, it's not exactly as dramatic as my son would have given you know.
Yes.
I mean, he's been known to sort of get up into single figures of places within the first lap.
Yeah.
No, I was not going to compete on that level. But I kept it on the black stuff, which is always good news.
Exactly.
And, you know,
it's
been some fun.
It has. You said we'll see what happens next season. Are you going to be back in one of these?
Well, if I'm back in anything, I suspect so, yes.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Very much.
Take care. Thank you. Right, we are waiting for the champion to come home. We're just waiting. We did see him park up, actually, didn't we, at Park Foden with Steve Foden. Steve Foden, of course, race winner. But we're pretty confident Ben Hansen is the champion as well. So we're just going to wait. We're going to spray some champagne. From a distance, of course, we're going to be socially distant. He's just enjoying all the plaudits, I think, right now. What a race that was and what a season we have had. We are just hanging around for Ben Hansen. We can't go anywhere until we've seen him. We've got to chat to the man, haven't we? 2-time champion of 5 Club Racing, of course. What can you say? Wow. And look at the rain now. It is teaming it back down again. I imagine a lot of drivers are probably relatively happy that it's finished. Final race, actually, of the year is currently underway. Lights have just gone out, and that will be it. After this race, it will be pack up and go home whilst we just wait for Ben Hansen. Where is Ben Hansen? What is he doing? He's not spraying champagne down there, I hope, is he? So just stick around with us a little bit. I think we can pretty much safely say now, Ben, it is your champion. We've been trying to do the maths, but everybody seems to think it, and we can't really see any reason why he wouldn't be at all. Let's just move down a little bit and grab a quick word with Mr. Holland, shall we, down here? Thomas, how was that?
Wet. Very exciting one. Yeah, I knew I wasn't going to have the start, but it was a fun race nonetheless. So yeah.
Absolutely, nice way to round out the season, hey? You've had a pole.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I had a reverse grid pole, and these
doesn't matter. Pole's a pole, all right?
Pole's a
it's
pole,
on your record now.
Yeah, but yeah, my best result in the 750 NC MX5 Club, so I'd happily go with that as a way to end off the year.
Brilliant. What about next year? Tommy, you're back?
You're back.
That's
Definitely
what I
coming
like to
back.
hear.
These are too much fun just to miss out.
They're so much fun to watch. I can't even imagine what they're like to drive. You know?
Well, in these conditions, they're terrifying half the time.
Yeah, I can imagine. So there's a nice heater over there. You might want to give it a bit of a tackle.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers, Thomas. Thank you very much. Thomas Hollander, another great race as well. Did start race 2 on pole position. So, as you can see, everybody gathering round, everybody getting a little excited. Aren't we waiting for the champion? Where is the champion? Where is he? It's you've got to fill, haven't you? Just remember, whilst we are filling, I may as well tell you about what we've got planned for you with my supercar next year as well. But I'd like to say we will be back next year. We'll be back with a number of series as well. I can't actually say, I can't reveal all just yet. But wow, we've got some great content coming up for you. In fact, it starts in January as well. We will be out in a Lotus 7 replica, would you believe? And an MX-5 with 250 brake horsepower. We'll be live with those, very kindly being offered to take them out on the road. They are road legal, and we'll be reviewing those cars live. So you can watch me driving some fast cars around the roads legally, at the speed limit, of course. We wouldn't do it any other way. Now, I've just seen Steve Foden's car as well. He should be coming down here, actually. His garage is literally just there. So Steve Foden was knocking around somewhere. We're desperately waiting for Ben Hansen. Where is he? What's he doing? Was he? He's probably getting all the plaudits. And so we are just waiting for the 5 Club Racing champion. This is what champions do, isn't it? They keep you waiting. But fair enough. Let's let him have the moment. Let's let him enjoy it. He was very calm, wasn't he, before? We spoke to him in the assembly area, actually. And he was very relaxed about it. He said, you know, pretty much whatever will be. However, I think he really wanted it. And it showed. He crossed that line and he was all this, wasn't he? He knew he'd won it. He knew it was a done deal. And he got the job done. Some magnificent stuff. So we'll just wait for Ben Hansen. It seems everybody's kind of moving away from us now, aren't they? We're going to grab a word with the guy and then we are going to just head off for our break. I'm going to see if I can find him quickly, actually. I thought I saw Steve Foden knocking around somewhere, actually. Of course, after this, everybody's packing up now, aren't they, really? Everyone's packing up to head home. No sign of our champion just as yet. So we're just waiting to find out what's happened to our champion. If anybody has seen Ben Hansen, please do tell us. We've lost a champion. Ah, okay. There is Mr. Smith, Tom Smith. Another great race as well. He's going to be popping into the garage over there. That is Tom Smith. He came home. He's had a pair of second places today, hasn't he? He finished second in race 1, he's finished second in race 2, and he ran Ben Hansen the whole way in the title this season. So the next car coming around should be that of your 2025 Club Racing champion, Mr. Ben Hansen. Wonder how many times I've said his name now in this stint whilst trying to fill. You look quite cosy underneath the umbrella there, Leon. So yes, we're still here, it's still wet, we're still live, and we're still waiting for our champion. But I can tell you something, I think a lot of people are actually quite happy the season's ended now. It's an experience racing in December, wasn't it? If you've actually, we said it before, it might do the championship a bit of a favour. Because who knows? We've proved it could work. Maybe the calendar will be extended going forward. December will be the new norm. There's Mr. King, came home in the top 10 in that race as well. Rising Sun Classics. And yet the wait still goes on for the champion. he clearly doesn't want his champagne, does he? I think he's just actually in scrutineering, just finishing off a few bits and bobs, and then he will be coming back around. We'll grab a word of him, and that will round out our live motorsport coverage for 2020. Like I said, just hearing he's just been weighed at the minute, so his car's just on the weighing scale, so he'll be back down very, very shortly. It's another minute or so, and then we'll grab a word with Ben Hansen, the champion. Everybody's waiting for him. Is this what champions do? They keep you waiting, they build up the anticipation, and then they just appear from out of the blue. I think I've just seen a roll cage of a Mazda MX-5. Is the champion about to appear just around the corner? There he is, there is your champion. He's finally here. The champagne's popped. Woo! And it's all applause. Leon, you're going to have to move. Let's grab a quick word with the champ, shall we? Ben, you bet you weren't expecting that as soon as you got in the car, were you?
That's exactly what I'm expecting as soon as we got back here.
Have a drink, go on. Ben, first of all, massive congratulations. You were very calm in the assembly area, but I know you wanted it, really.
Oh, absolutely. I think the fact that we had the Enduro car out, the fact we had the Enduro car out has kept my head busy.
Yeah.
And then when I talked to you earlier, I knew kind of, and you asked me the question, but I didn't want to verbalise it. But I knew Seb was good enough, and I knew Steve was likely to get away. He's been really quick all weekend.
He's been great, as he did all he had to do in that race. He couldn't have done any more.
And I knew Seb was enough. Obviously, I had my teammates keeping my back. And like Tom definitely had the legs on me on that race. So, yeah, it's been a fantastic year. And to be that competitive and to win it, that's proper.
It clearly means a lot. It means you've got to come back now and defend it next year, right?
Yeah, that's
definitely.
Sure, want some more money off me to come do that. But
go on, enjoy the day. Congratulations. There is your champion. Let's grab a quick word with Steve Foden if we can as well, because he's been magnificent, hasn't he? A bit of bad luck in race one, might have cost dearly in the end, but let's just grab a quick word. Steve, congratulations. I mean, I know it's not the championship, but you picked up the race and you couldn't have done any more. What a start, by the way, as well.
I knew that the only thing that I could do in that race was go out and win it and get fastest lap, and he said to me, he'll give me a signal if I've got a fastest lap and road if I want. And I came over the line after the first lap, I saw the gap to second, and I was like, I'm in the clear here, I just need to keep it on the track and see where I can try and make up some time, trying to, I was kind of treating it like a quali session more than anything as soon as I knew I was in the lead. And then I saw that I had fastest lap, and I was just like, right, I've got it, let's just calm down, keep it on the track, bring it home in one piece. And then I saw one lap, my dad was kind of, giving me the signal saying, you've lost it. And yeah, I just started to catch the back markers, and I think there was one lap where I actually got my fastest lap, was when I was coming across the line with a back marker in front of me. And then I thought I had it when I came over the start-finish line, and regardless of that, I think Ben would have won it on count back from what I'm hearing. And yeah, it's a great way to end the season. But yeah, shame about the championship.
Well, congratulations anyway. Thanks for a great season. Thank you very much, Steve Foden. There. Thank you, guys. Oh, it's a pleasure, absolute pleasure. And there we have it. That is a wrap from the 5 Club Racing in 2020. What a season. It's been interrupted, hasn't it? But we managed to get it done. And Ben Hansen is your 2020 champion. We are going to cut off now. We're going to say cheerio, but actually we will be back very shortly with one final very special message. We'll see you in a minute. All right, hello everybody. Just wanted to get out the hustle and bustle and just say, wow, what a season it's been. That's a wrap for 5 club racing. In fact, that is now a wrap. The MR2 Championship race has just finished as well. And that is it for club motorsport in the UK. The season has now officially come to a close. I want to give my personal thank you, and I know Leon and Elaine at My Supercar will be echoing these thoughts as well. What a season we have had. It's been an absolute privilege. I'm just going to move around because we've got somebody walking. Please feel free. It's been an absolute privilege to have brought the coverage to you this year across multiple race series all up and down the country. We've been here, there, we've been everywhere. We were the first live stream broadcasters back after lockdown, and we are the last to finish up this season as well, but we couldn't have done it without your support. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for your likes, thanks for your comments. We do read them. It really does keep us warm, and we're absolutely freezing. It's lovely to see familiar faces. It is nothing but a pleasure to walk up and down the paddock every single time and people shake your hand, give you a fist pump, say hello to you. Big thank you to the drivers as well and the teams, because they're always so welcoming and happy to talk to us. And of course, a big thank you to the organisers, MSV 750 Motor Club Bark. You've been magnificent. We couldn't have done it without all of your help. And one final big thank you to the Orange Army. If it wasn't for you volunteering, we just couldn't go racing. So for one final time in 2020, a big thank you and Merry Christmas from My Supercar. And we will see you next year. You can bet your life on it.